Ethereum, Bitcoin, and all other cryptocurrencies have been squeezed and squeezed down towards the downside. I made a video about that yesterday on why it's happening because of the dollar index and what's going on with the dollar right now. But as we know, guys, the dollar is losing strength. The more money that's being printed in inflation, there's huge problems around the corner in terms of what's going to happen to the dollar. And when the dollar drops, we're going to see Ethereum, Bitcoin, and everything mooning. But how far can it really go? Well, Cathy Wood, a CEO of one of the largest investment firms in the world, who predicted the rise of Tesla, predicting Tesla to rise from around $56 billion to over $600 billion. And Tesla has far exceeded that now. She's starting to look at crypto and telling us what she thinks Ethereum is going to be worth in the future in just the next 10 years, which might seem like a long time down the road. But really, guys, that's not actually that much time at all, especially when you see the predictions she's got talking about it. So ARK Invests says Ethereum investors could see big gains over the next decade. Wood is also well-known crypto bull. In fact, a recent report from ARK suggests that Ethereum could achieve a valuation of $20 trillion in the next 10 years. Now, Bitcoin at the moment, $700 billion. Not even $1 trillion. It has seen up towards $1 trillion in the past. But Ethereum, with a market cap of under $500 billion, will see an insane upside of 5,400% from its current price. So if you were talking about $100, that would turn into $5,400. And if you were talking about $1,000, you're looking at $54,000, guys. Insane price predictions from Cathy Wood. So if that's $100 you've got in Ethereum, you're talking about having $5,400 in 10 years, and $1,000 would be $54,000, which is obviously insane in terms of the percentage increases that she is talking about. Obviously, this is not financial advice, guys. This is what she's saying. She is qualified in terms of what she's talking about. I'm not qualified, guys, so always go away and do your own research. But given Wood's bullish outlet, let's take a closer look at the cryptocurrency. So what is it that's giving her the idea that we're going to have such an enormous cryptocurrency in the future? Well, Ethereum is the first of its kind, allowing smart contracts, etc., to be built on the platform. At the moment, the update for that is a minuscule, but the potential for this platform into the future is just insane. Obviously, we're seeing at the moment NFTs starting to boom, but the potential as well when we look at NFTs for legal documents, etc., like digital passports. Think about all the things that could be run through an Ethereum blockchain. Obviously, Ethereum at the moment potentially underperforming, but when it gets upgraded, we're going to see vast improvements in the platform. As well as that, we're going to start to see a deflationary asset where coins are being burned. So holding tokens in Ethereum could start to be very valuable. And I want to show you guys, everyone knows that there's vast problems with banking systems. So decentralized finance itself offers some amazing opportunities. So when asked whether Ethereum could go over 5,400%, ARK makes a strong case for owning Ethereum. Yes, numerous competing blockchains are gaining ground, but Ethereum has maintained its market leadership despite soaring transaction fees. That says a lot about the platform's ability to create value for users, better yet, scaling solutions into going live in 2023, supercharging Ethereum's throughput and lowering fees. The catalyst should reinforce its leadership position. So lots of exciting things. At the moment, obviously, this is just speculation, guys, because no one knows exactly what's going to happen. But when you've got big names behind it right now at the bottom of the market, this is going to drive a lot of interest. This is on the Motley Fool, which is a well-known investment platform. And there's lots of other stories like this starting to come around as the market is starting to bottom out. Jumping over to the Ethereum price chart for today then, guys, we can see what has been happening. As you can see on the 4-hour, we've been in this consolidation pattern. We then broke towards the upside and we've come back to retest. Now, instead of coming back and directly retesting here and bouncing, we are starting to have a little bit of a slide towards the downside. I talked about it yesterday, but if you didn't see the video, guys, this is because what's happening on the dollar index right now, you can pretty much see this insane climb that it's been having over the past, all the way back since January. But actually zooming out further to the weekly chart, you can see that it's broken through this line here, and it hasn't really been up at these heights since back in March 2020. Before that, January 17. So this is years and years of data right here, guys. And we're starting to find resistance. This purple barrier is going to be significant whether the dollar can break through it. It's most likely that it's not going to happen, though, as it's a substantial level. And I can see it really taking a dip towards the downside. In terms of where it could actually dip to, you could see it maybe dropping like this, in which case crypto is going to absolutely explode. Who even knows where it can potentially end up if something like that does occur. But let's get back to the Ethereum chart and look at what's happening more in the shorter term for the Ethereum price then. Well guys, I've talked about this yellow line being the substantial support for the Ethereum price. So although we are now trickling down into this pattern, we could see slightly lower lows, perhaps down towards the sort of $2,700 level. If Bitcoin is managing to hold itself above its own support line, then it's going to support the rest of the cryptocurrency market. And as we see Elon Musk buying Twitter, who's obviously the world's richest man, along with Jeff Bezos, or one of them, whoever it is, right now, I'm not exactly sure, but you know, obviously extremely influential. We already know that he holds Bitcoin and Dogecoin. So by owning the most influential platform on the planet, this is obviously going to have strong implications for crypto. Who knows exactly how it's going to affect it, but in my mind, it's going to be a positive thing. So right now, guys, trickling down towards the downside, we're finding these lower lows each time. And until we get a higher low put in, we are going to remain bearish in the shorter term. This is on the 4 hours, so at least to the daily time frame, until we're breaking above this blue line and putting in a higher low, we are going to continue to squeeze into this space. But every time it gets squeezed and squeezed, eventually it's going to have to burst out, guys. And because it's getting squeezed, the more it gets squeezed, it's going to eventually explode with much more aggression. Think about like a toothpaste tube or something like that. It's the best thing I can think of right now. Squeeze that as hard as you can, and eventually the top's going to blow off, and it's going to come out way faster than if it's like a gentle squeeze. I know that's probably not the best description, but you get what I'm saying. So basically, guys, squeezing into this little gap, and eventually we're going to have to see a break. Obviously, guys, this can potentially break towards the downside, but bear in mind, we have seen much higher levels, even quite recently at around $3,500, but we remain in this uptrend, which has been going on for a couple of years now, and ultimately, guys, the statistics are there to tell you that more often than not, when we drop towards the downside like this, we break back towards the upside, because all we're doing is pushing the price lower to a more discounted level so that people can jump in and buy it up. You can see just a few hours ago, we aggressively wicked down towards the downside. This for me is a bullish signal showing just here in the short term. You can see again we pushed up, and again a wick towards the downside. These are all promising things for the Ethereum price. For those of you looking at like short-term trading and things right now, guys, I'm just going to zoom in to a 15-minute chart, and you can see that we formed this low here, we formed another low here. Wouldn't surprise me if we form another low right there, and potentially that's going to see us putting in a triple bottom, and then we could see a push breaking this high here. $3,000 is a sticky point for Ethereum. Breaking $3,000 and having a solid close above $3,000 is for me going to signal the start of this bull run for the Ethereum price. Right now I've been accumulating Ethereum as well as other cryptocurrencies. Ethereum under $3,000, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer, but obviously I could be wrong, guys. So always be very cautious of using your own money and just doing what people tell you to do on the internet, guys. So right now, guys, we're waiting to see a decision. If we break below this, then we're going to go lower. I don't think that's realistically going to happen in the shorter term unless we see an aggressive sell-off in the Bitcoin price. What I'm waiting for is a push above $3,000, and that's going to give me the signal that we're going to go long, and I'm going to start looking to open long trades above $3,000 if we get a good $3,000 or above close on the 4 hour, ideally on the daily or beyond. Guys, if you enjoyed today's content and you enjoy this style or this real style of cryptocurrency analysis, then please smash that like button. It helps me out more than you know, and it gets this content to more and more people. If you're holding Ethereum, you want more people to see it because they're going to be more likely to go and buy Ethereum, and it's going to help all of us who are involved in the Ethereum ecosystem. As well as that, guys, if you're new to the channel, you hold Ethereum, you want to learn more about Ethereum, other cryptos, and other trading platforms and tips and tricks on how to make money from this upcoming bull run, then make sure you subscribe to the House of Crypto. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.